Welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad, powered by Adda 247. So students, you can see on the screen, learn current affairs 10 times effectively. So this is our new 5-stage method discussion of the current affairs, a unique way to learn and remember. So let's see the importance of the scheme of this method. In the first stage, headlines with blank, we provide a blank in every headline. So the purpose of giving blank is to create a question in the minds of the student, so that the student will look for the answer all through the discussion. So this will help in him in his increasing his grasping power and concentration levels. So if you see the second stage, the detailed analysis. So in the detailed analysis, we provide every related data, current affair, GK points for the current affairs. So these section will be the key areas from which questions can be asked. So the third stage is one word key points. So just by reading current affairs will not help you in remembering it for a longer time. So from every current affair we draw a keyword. So this keyword will apparently be the most probable question to be asked in the examination. So these keywords are like your first revision of the current affairs. So if you see the fourth stage, the important MCQs will be your second stage of revision, where we try to remember the current affairs same as in the form of examination in the form of MCQs. So the final stage, section wise revision, this happens after a week-long current affairs revision. So in the section-wise revision, we segregate all the current affairs into section-wise, and after a week, we study them thoroughly, so that by segregating into section-wise, you can neatly you can compare these points, and by comparing these points, you can remember the current affairs for a longer time period. So now let's go into the headlines today. So if you see the headlines today, so the first headline is, so which state government, so like if you see the first headline, so which state becomes the first to become rabies free? So which state in India becomes rabies free? So next is, World Bank has approved a 125 million US dollars financial support to which state? So World Bank has given a 125 million dollar financial support to which state? So which city is the most expensive city for the foreign workers? So which city is the most expensive city for the foreign workers? So DRDO, they successfully testified a rocket, enhanced rocket. So what is that rocket? And INRA, so India Credit Rating Agency, though they gave the India's GDP growth rate at what percentage? So they also estimated the India's GDP growth rate, and what is that percentage? Next, if you see Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services, they acquired a messaging app, encrypted messaging app. So what is that messaging app? And Paisa Bazaar and an important bank in the country are launching the Step Up credit card. So who is that bank? And JSWA, Jharkhand State Cricket Association, as well as SAIL, Steel Authority of India's Limited, Bokaro Steel Plant. So they are constructing the international cricket stadium at which place? So Jharkhand State Cricket Association and the Bokaro Steel Plant. So they are going to construct an international cricket stadium at which place in India? So Rakesh Agarwal, who is the CMD of the Engineers India Limited, so he was given highest civilian award of which country? So a country gave a highest civilian award to Rakesh Agarwal. So what is that country? So the French non-fiction writer, so he wins the top Spanish award. So what is the top Spanish award, and who is that author? So then goes to the book called Fiercely Female, the Dute Chand story was written by whom? Fiercely Female, the Dute Chand story was written by whom? So who wins the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix? Who wins the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix? So also, who is the top joint scorer in the men's international football? So who tops as a joint scorer of the men's international football? So Micro, Small, Medium Sized Enterprises Day is observed on. Micro, Small, Medium Sized Enterprises Day is observed on. So these are all the headlines. So let's go into the detailed analysis. So if you see the first headline for today, so Goa becomes the first state to go rabies free. So Goa becomes the first state to go rabies free. So in the last 3 years, not even one case was reported in the state of Goa. So this is possible because of their Mission Rabies project. So this Mission Rabies project is a central government grant. And in this Mission Rabies project, nearly 5,40,000 plus people were vaccinated against rabies, and also a 1 lakh people were educated against the dog bite prevention, and a 24-hour surveillance system is established, and a hotline is established mainly to prevent these dog bite or to protect these dog bite victims. So next, if you see about a few things about rabies, rabies is a viral disease spread through animal bite, mainly like dogs. So this infection will lead to encephalomyelitis, So encephalomyelitis is nothing but the inflammation of brain and spinal cord. So when a dog bites you, so from that wound, the saliva, dog saliva contains this rabies virus. So it will affect your central nervous system. So we need to be very careful because of this rabies virus, nearly 24,000 to 60,000 deaths are happening per year worldwide. So we need to be very aware. We need to take the rabies vaccines. So also remember the governor of Goa, Bhagat Singh Kosharia, and the chief minister of Goa, Pramod Sawant. So please remember, so Goa is the first state to go rabies free. So because of their mission rabies project, so 5,40,000 people vaccinated. Also study about rabies virus. Also study about the Goa minister, Goa chief minister and Goa governor. Okay. So next, coming to one more headline where the World Bank has approved US dollars 125 million financial support for Kerala. So World Bank has approved 125 million US dollars financial support for Kerala. So this 125 million dollar was given to the Resilient Kerala program. So 125 million was given to the Resilient Kerala program. So this loan is provided for nearly 14 years and a 6 years grace period. So what is this Resilient Kerala program? So mainly in 2018, the state of Kerala was affected by heavy monsoons. So these heavy monsoons led to devastating floods and landslides in the state of Kerala. So it impacted nearly 50 lakh people, 5 million people in the state, mainly in the Pamba river basin. So in order to reconstruct Kerala, in order to maintain disaster risk planning, in order to maintain health, water, agricultural works, in order to make them calamities free, disaster free, so Rebuild Kerala initiative was launched. And in this initiative, so what will happen? Money is provided by World Bank, and with this money, Kerala will implement all these disaster resistant infrastructures. So also remember the Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan, Kerala Governor Arif Mohammed Khan, World Bank headquarters Washington. World Bank is formed in 1944, and World Bank President David Malpass. So please by heart all these points, very important. So we'll go into the next headline where Ashabad becomes the world's most expensive city for workers. So a 2021 cost of living survey was conducted by Merkin, which is an American asset management firm headquartered in New York City. So this survey has ranked 209 cities based on the cost of expenses like housing, food and transport. So this survey has ranked based on the cost of expenses like the basics, housing, food and transport. And in this ranking system, so Ashabad, the capital of Turkmenistan, ranked first, Hong Kong second, third is Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, 4 is Tokyo, capital of Japan, 5 is Zurich, the capital of Switzerland. So top 5 ranks were Ashabad, Hong Kong, Beirut, Tokyo, Zurich of Switzerland. Okay, and the least expensive city was Bishkek of the Kyrgyzstan. So Bishkek is the capital of Kyrgyzstan. So Bishkek won the least expensive city rank. So least expensive and highest expensive. Okay, so these are the ranks of this 2021 cost of living survey. So when coming to Indian cities, so Mumbai remains the India's most expensive city, ranked at 78, and the other cities on the list are New Delhi, Chennai, Bengaluru and Kolkata. So Mumbai remains the India's most expensive city, and other cities are New Delhi, Chennai, Bengaluru and Kolkata. So this is about the 2021 the cost of living survey. So please remember Ashabad first rank, second Hong Kong, third Beirut, 4 Tokyo, 5 Zurich, last is Bishkek. Mumbai 78, next New Delhi, Chennai, Bengaluru, Kolkata from India. Okay. So next, going into the next headline where DRDO successfully test fires the enhanced Pinaka rocket off the coast of Odisha at this integrated test range. So this DRDO, you know the full form, Defense Research and Development Organization. So they developed a 122 mm caliber Pinaka rocket system that can destroy targets at a distance of 45 kilometers. So you can destroy targets at a distance of 45 kilometers. So total 25 enhanced Pinaka rockets were launched from a multi-barrel rocket launcher. So you can see the picture in the screen. So this is a carrier. So it has a multi-barrel rocket launcher. So 25 rockets were launched against different target ranges. So 10 km, 20 km, 15 km, 30 km. So 25 rockets were launched, and every rocket launched was a successful mission. So this Pinaka rocket system was developed by the DRDO department labs the Armament Research and Development Establishment, and the High Energy Materials Research Lab. So these two labs, they developed the Pinaka rocket system. Okay, so they are the Armament Research Development Establishment and High Energy Material Research Lab. So both are present in Pune. So both are based in Pune. So DRDO is charged with the military's R&D. So its main role is to develop the military's research and development, headquartered in Delhi and formed in 1958. So please by heart the Pinaka, enhanced Pinaka rocket system. So developed by these ARDE and HEMRL. So DRDO, headquartered in Delhi, formed in 1958. So next comes to next news, next headlines, where INRA, Indian Rating and Research. INRA is an Indian Rating and Research. So this rating agency, they estimated that India's growth rate for financial year 2022, that is 2021 to 2022, will be 9.6. Will be 9.6. So earlier they gave an estimate of 10.1. Because of the COVID second wave, they revised it to 9.6. And also they are saying that if vaccination get delayed by 3 months or due to lack of vaccines or due to slow vaccination process, then GDP will go back to 9.1. So they are saying if the vaccination is slow, then GDP will reduce it to 9.1. GDP growth rate will reduce to 9.1. So we should be very careful. They also estimated the agriculture sector growth as 3%, industries 10.9, services 10.4. So they also estimated agriculture at 3, industries at 10.9 and services at 10.4. So this India Ratings and Research is 100% owned by the Fitch Group. So Fitch Group is the world's top 3 credit rating agencies. So Moody's, Standard & Poor and Fitch Group, they are the world's 3 top credit rating agencies. So this India Ratings and Research is owned by the Fitch Group, which is headquartered in Mumbai. So please remember all these points. So GDP growth rate according to Fitch Group or INRA is 9.6. Okay. So please remember all these points. The next headline is Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services. They acquired the encrypted messaging app Wickr. So they acquired the encrypted messaging app Wickr. So Wickr app was acquired by the Amazon's Web Services, Amazon own subsidiary Amazon Web Services. So this Wickr is mainly prominent in United States government employees. So government agencies generally they use in the United States, they use this app called Wickr. So the Wickr provides secure communications mainly for business, government agencies and individuals. And you know, people are moving to online work because of the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdowns. So Amazon, they acquired this messaging app called Wickr. So Wickr provides most secure end-to-end encrypted communication technology with advanced security features. Okay. So the competitors of Wickr are, you can see the Facebook owned WhatsApp, Apple's iMessage and Signal. So these are all the competitors of Wickr. WhatsApp, iMessage and Signal. Okay. So this is about the Wickr app. So what is this encrypted messaging app? Simply nothing but these apps allow people to send messages which cannot be intercepted or read by the law enforcement authorities. So what is encrypted message app? So the law enforcement authorities, they can't intercept, they can't encrypt and read your messages. So that means it is very secure. That means your privacy is protected. So also see the details. So Wickr is formed in 2012 and headquartered in New York. Amazon formed in 1994, headquartered in Seattle, Washington. So this is about the basic details of the Wickr and Amazon. So please remember. So next going into an agreement between Paisabazaar and SBM Bank. Paisabazaar and SBM Bank. So they announced to launch a new card called the Step Up Credit Card. So they are announcing to launch a new credit card called the Step Up Credit Card. So this Step Up Credit Card is a secured card provided against a fixed deposit. So if you are having a fixed deposit in the SBM Bank India Limited, so then you can get this Step Up Credit Card. So this Step Up Credit Card mainly is provided for the non-credit card users, mainly people who don't have credit card or who have a bad credit card history. So they will be provided this Step Up Credit Card, but only on a fixed deposit. If you are having a fixed deposit in the bank, you will be provided the Step Up Credit Card. So this strategy, this card is a part of the strategy of Paisabazaar. So Paisabazaar want to make they want to build a neo lending products with the customers. They want to create, they want to reduce this consumer need gaps. They want to provide loans, they want to provide credits. So it's a strategy of Paisabazaar, long term strategy of Paisabazaar to provide credit to every customer in the country. So this entire process will be paperless and digital, totally digital, and immediate activation, instant activation will be present. So you need to have a fixed deposit, so only to like maintain a proper credit card system. So some details about Paiza Bazaar, which is formed in 2014, headquartered in Gurugram. SBM India Bank is formed in 1994, headquartered in Mumbai. So SBM India Bank is a part of the State Bank of Mauritius. It's a part of the Bank of Mauritius. So it's a subsidiary of the Bank of Mauritius. So Paiza Bazaar formed in 2014, headquartered Gurugram. SBM India Bank formed in 1994, headquartered Mumbai. So please remember. So they started this new card called the Step Up Credit Card. So the next news is between the agreement news, memorandum of understanding between the Jharkhand State Cricket Association and SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, Bokaro Steel Plant, mainly to construct international cricket stadium in Bokaro. So the Jharkhand State Cricket Association and the SAIL Bokaro Steel Plant, they went into a memorandum of understanding for the construction of international cricket stadium in Bokaro city. So once the stadium is constructed, Bokaro will be the third city in Jharkhand to have a international cricket stadium after Jamshedpur and Ranchi. So Jamshedpur and Ranchi already have cricket stadium. Now it will be Bokaro which will have the international cricket stadium. So coming into this MOU, so this MOU is nothing but a lease agreement where the Bokaro Steel Plant will transfer 20 acres of land to the Jharkhand Cricket Association for 33 years. For the construction of the cricket stadium in the SAIL township itself. So it will be the first cricket stadium in a township. It will be the first cricket stadium, international cricket stadium in a SAIL township, in a township. So also remember points like the Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Hemant Soren, and the Governor of Jharkhand, Srimati Draupadi Mumuru. So Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, Jharkhand Governor Srimati Draupadi Mumuru. The full form of SAIL is Steel Authority of India Limited. So please remember these points. A new stadium, international stadium, is coming in Bokaro city. So next news is about awards where Rakesh Agarwal, who is the CMD of the Engineers India Limited, so he was honored with the highest civilian award of Mongolia, the Order of Polar Star. So he was honored with the highest civilian award in Mongolia, the Order of Polar Star, by the President of Mongolia. So mainly he was awarded because of his outstanding contribution towards the first ever oil refinery constructed in Mongolia. So this award was presented by the Ambassador of Mongolia to India, Jongjin Gunbol. So Jongjin Gunbol, he presented this award to Mr. Rakesh Agarwal. So you can see in the picture here. So this Order of Polar Star is most desirable prestigious state award bestowed by the President of Mongolia, which recognizes individuals who made their invaluable contribution, outstanding hard work, intelligence, sincerity to the prosperity of Mongolia and for friendship with other nations, and outstanding contributions also in art, culture, science and humanity. So this is the Order of the Polar Star Award. So now going to a few details. Why was this award given? Because so the government of India has given $1 billion line of credit to Mongolia. So government of India has awarded $1 billion as line of credit to Mongolia. So Mongolia decided to construct their first oil refinery using this money. So this contract of project management consultancy was given to EIL, Engineers India Limited. So this contract of the project management consultancy services was given to EIL, Engineers India Limited. And the chairman of this institution is Rakesh Agarwal. So you can see in the picture here. So this man Rakesh Agarwal is the chairman, CMD of EIL, Engineers India Limited. So Engineers India Limited is a government corporation under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gases. So it was set up in 1969 mainly to provide engineering and technical services for petroleum refineries, which is headquartered in Delhi. So they gave their consultancy services to this oil refinery construction. So that is why the President of Mongolia has honored Rakesh Agarwal, the CMD, with the Order of Polar Star. So also see the details about Mongolia. Mongolia's capital Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia's currency Mongolian Tugrik, and recently elected President of Mongolia Ukna Kurulshek. So Ukna Kurulshek is the new president because it came in news recently. Currency Mongolian Tugrik, Mongolian capital Ulaanbaatar. Okay. The next news is about awards where the French non-fiction author Emilien Carrère, he wins the top Spanish award. So Emilien Carrère, he wins the top Spanish award, and the award is titled The Spanish Princess of the Asturias Literacy Award. Spanish Princess of the Asturias Literacy Award, which has a huge amount of $50,000, 50,000 euro. So it's an award prize, cash prize of 50,000 euro or $61,000 US dollars. So this is awarded annually in a lavish ceremony, mainly in the month of October, by the Princess of the Asturias Foundation, which is presided by the Princess Leonor's father, King Philip VI. So King Philip VI is the father of the Princess Leonor. So he will be presiding this event and he will provide this award. So the author Emiliano Carrere, so he is very famous for his book The Adversaries in 2000. So which is a story about a murder. It's a murder story. So it's a book written in 2000, released in 2000, Adversary. It's a famous work of Carrere. So after that he shifted to non-fiction stories and he started writing his experiences about his lifestyle and all. So now he is a non-fiction writer. Earlier he was a fiction writer. So next, coming to important news about books and authors, where the book titled Fiercely Female, the Dute Chand story was written by Sandeep Mishra. So Sandeep Mishra is the author of the book Fiercely Female, the Dute Chand story. So this story about the gender identity controversy of the athlete Dute Chand. So this controversy is about Dute Chand, where she was dropped from the 2014 Commonwealth Games because she was declared as ineligible to compete as a female athlete. So in 2014 Commonwealth Games, she was declared ineligible to compete as a female athlete because she was having excessive amounts of testosterone hormone in her body. So she was having excessive amounts of testosterone hormone in her body. So the International Association of Athletes Federation, so they banned her from participating in the Commonwealth Games. So she went and approached the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Lausanne, Switzerland. So this court has suspended the ban and it allowed her to participate in Commonwealth Games. And in 2019, she won the first gold medal for India in the 100 meters event at the World Universiade in Naples. So World's Universiade is a international event, athlete event, sprinting event, happens which happened in 2019 in Naples, and from India she is the first Indian to get the gold in the 100-meter event. Okay, so this entire story, the entire history of Dute Chand was written by Sandeep Mishra. So he is very famous for writing books about sports personalities. So very famous for writing about the sports personalities. So he also wrote about hockey captain and player Dhyan Chand. He wrote two, 3 books on Dhyan Chand. Now his famous book will be released on Dute Chand. Okay. So this is about Sandeep Mishra and his book Fiercely Female, Dute Chand story. So next, going into sports news, where Max Verstappen, he wins the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix. Recently he won the French Grand Prix. Now he is again in news. He won the Styrian Grand Prix. So Max Verstappen, first place of Netherlands, Lewis Hamilton second place from Britain, and Valtteri Bottas from Finland at third place. So total top 3 are these people. So it is Max Verstappen's 4th win in the 2021 Formula 1 season. So with this win, he leads the 2021 Drivers' Championship with 156 points, and he defeated Lewis Hamilton, who is at 138 points. So in the total list, in the world rankings, in the world 2021 Driver Championship rankings, he is in now at top place with 156 points and Lewis Hamilton with 138 points. So this is the achievements of Max Verstappen. So if you see about the Styrian Grand Prix, it's a Formula 1 motor racing event held at the Red Bull Ring, named after Styria, which is a province of Austria, because at the same place one more event will happen called the Austrian Grand Prix. So only one circuit, 2 events. One event is called the Styrian Grand Prix, the other event is called the Austrian Grand Prix, and the first race was held in 2020. First race was held in 2020, Lewis Hamilton was the winner. Second race in 2021, and Max Verstappen is the winner. So please remember, Max Verstappen wins the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix. So now comes to sports news, where Cristiano Ronaldo, he becomes the joint top scorer in the men's international football. So Cristiano Ronaldo becomes the joint top scorer in the men's international football. So he is sharing this feat with Ali Dia of Iran, so who scored 109 goals in 159 matches, and Cristiano Ronaldo also won 109 goals in 176 matches. So Cristiano Ronaldo and Ali Dio are both are sharing first place in the top scorers in the men's international football with 109 goals. So he achieved this feat in the Portugal game against France in the Euro 2020 football championships. So Euro 2020 is an international football championship conducted by Europe, mainly by the Union of European Football Associations. So this tournament is being conducted in 11 cities in 11 football association countries. So in this Portugal match against France, Cristiano Ronaldo has achieved this feat. Okay, so please remember Cristiano Ronaldo and Ali Dio. So both of them are the top scorers in the men's international football with 109 goals. So the last current affair for today, the Micro Small Medium Enterprises Day. Micro Small Medium Enterprises Day is observed on June 27th. So the aim of the day is to celebrate the work of micro, small, medium enterprises in the local and global economies. Okay, so this day also recognizes the contribution of these companies towards the sustainable development goals. And the theme for this year is MSME 2021, a key to an inclusive and sustainable recovery. So please remember the theme. And if you go into the few details, according to UN, as many as 90% of business are generated from MSMEs, and they provide nearly 60 to 70% of employment, and their contribution to the world GDP is 50%. So MSMEs provide 90% business, 70% employment, 50% of GDP. So these are the facts about the MSMEs. So please remember MSME Day is June 27 and MSME theme is MSMEs 2021, key to an inclusive and sustainable recovery. So we'll go into the one word key points. So very quick revision of our current affairs today, and tomorrow we'll have MCQs. So first one, Goa is the state free, rabies free state. World Bank has given a loan to Kerala, 125 million loan to Kerala for Resilient Kerala initiative. So Ashabad is the world's expensive city for foreign workers. So DRDO has tested a enhanced Pinaka rocket system. So Indra, Indian Rating and Research, they estimated India's GDP growth rate to be 9.6 in the financial year 2021 to 2022. So this year they are estimating it to be 9.6. So next, Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services, they acquired the encrypted messaging app Wickr. So Paisabazaar and SBM Bank, they are going to set up the Step Up credit card. So Jharkhand State Cricket Association and Steel Authority of India Limited, Bokaro Steel Plant, they are constructing an international stadium at Bokaro city. So Rakesh Agarwal has achieved he was honored with the highest civilian award of Mongolia, the Order of Polar Star. So Emmanuel Carrere, he was given the Spanish award, Spanish Princess of the Asturias Literacy Award. Then the Fiercely Female, the Dute Chand story was authored by Sundeep Mishra. So Max Verstappen, he won the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix. Cristiano Ronaldo along with Ali Dio, so he is the joint top scorer in the men's international football. So Micro, Small, Medium sized enterprises day is observed on June 27. So these are all the one word key points. So please revise this PDF. So you can get this PDF in our Telegram channel. So go and subscribe our Telegram channel. So if you haven't subscribed our YouTube channel, so please subscribe to YouTube channel. So please like our content, share our content and give your valuable feedback. So you can download our Career Power app. We'll provide the link in the description. So the app, we are coming with multiple courses on Bank, SSC, RRB in the app. So we also are launching our offline courses at our branches Dilshuk Nagar and Amirpet very soon on July 1st. So please visit our branch or you can contact our branch for further details. So that's it for today. Thank you one and all. We'll meet in the next class.